Welcome to our slideshow presentation on Yahoo. Within this case study, we will examine Yahoo's current situation and explain their potential in gaining and sustaining a competitive advantage. This presentation will give a brief summary of Yahoo in Part A, explain their 4 core problems hindering them from becoming sustainably competitive in Part B, discuss recommendations to remedy those issues in Part C, give an in-depth look at the financial analysis of the company in Part D, apply SWOT analysis to Yahoo, and finally summarize what the organization needs to do going forward.
Part A, Summary of Yahoo. Yahoo is a transnational technology company that was founded by Jerry Yang and David Filo. They were 2 computer science graduate students in the pursuit of making an organized internet browsing experience in 1998. The tech company has grown since the late 90s into a globally recognized brand known for offering online services such as an established search engine, an email service that has almost 200 million daily users, a well-known news reporting site, and a reputable stock and financial reporting site, which contains many advanced features preferred by various finance professionals. Yahoo has dealt with numerous failures, which resulted in selling Yahoo and its services for a fraction of what it was worth only a few years prior. These failures stem from several core problems, including unsuccessful acquisitions, strong industry competition, lack of stable leadership in the form of a CEO, and Yahoo's own mistakes.
Part B, Yahoo's core problems. Part B, core problem, strong industry competition. In the first decade of the internet, Yahoo was extremely attractive to online advertisers. Users spent their entire time online using products such as Yahoo Mail, Yahoo Finance, and Yahoo Sports. However, as the user experience in online advertising shifted, Yahoo was no longer able to compete with competitors Google and Facebook. Yahoo had fallen to 3rd place quickly after the internet shifted from personal computers to mobile devices. The mobile experience became the new frontier, and Yahoo failed to move quickly into the mobile space. Google consumed the lion's share of advertising through its super PageRank algorithm technology, while Yahoo's keyword-based searches became very outdated and less effective. In addition, Facebook began dominating the digital advertising world through its social media platform that captured users' attention and activities. As a result, Yahoo was no longer able to compete in online advertising.
Core problems, unsuccessful acquisitions. Back in April 1999, Yahoo purchased GeoCities for $3.7 billion. At that time, GeoCities was the 3rd most visited site on the web that serves as a platform for online communities and for users to create their own homepages on the internet. GeoCities was eventually shut down in 2009 after failing to deliver any value to Yahoo shareholders. May of 1999 was the famous $5.7 billion deal for Broadcast.com. Broadcast.com was an online television site that was founded by Mark Cuban that Yahoo ended up shutting down just 3 years later. Yahoo also bought Tumblr for $1.1 billion in May of 2013. Yahoo had to write down more than half of Tumblr by 2016 and ultimately sold it to Verizon.
Core problem, lack of stable leadership. Since the company's inception, there has not been a consistent CEO to carry on and implement a cohesive and profitable long-term strategy for the entire business to follow. The constant rotation of leadership made Yahoo devoid of a clear vision and led to an overall decline in value. Each CEO that was brought on board throughout the company's history tried in their own way to implement a solid strategy that was unfortunately met with their own short-sightedness about where they wanted to take the company, or pushback from investors slash shareholders in the way they seen the company going. During this constant cycling of CEOs, there were 3 notable ones who were brought on to help the company become more financially sustainable. The first CEO was Terry Semel, who was a CEO there from 2001 to 2007. Before his tenure at Yahoo, he was a experienced executive at Warner Brothers who led successful initiatives. Um, Unfortunately, he had fumbled quite a few offers from different startup companies such as Google, YouTube, and Facebook. Um, the most notable one is Google, where they unfortunately failed to buy the algorithm in 1998 from Google to implement in their own search engine for $1 million because they seen it as a distraction from their current model of placing as many advertisements as possible on their platform. Uh, Unfortunately, he did this again in 2002 where they offered Google offered themselves to have Yahoo buy them for $5 billion. But Terry Semel counter-offered with $3 billion, and the leadership at Google wanted to stay with that $5 billion, so they declined the offer. The second CEO that was very notable was Marissa Mayer. Her tenure was from 2012 to 2017. She was hired on as CEO because of her extensive background with Google and the general work that she did within the tech industry. She was poised to be the leader that strategically turned around Yahoo into a company with a sustainably competitive advantage, but this did not turn out to be the case. Instead, her 5 years at the company consisted of slow growth and internal dissent from board members, which led to a severe drop in employee morale. Meyer was in a tough position and had many within the executive team at Yahoo just wanting her resignation, but before she did, Meyer finalized a deal to sell Yahoo to Verizon. In finalizing the deal, she has successfully convinced the company to buy Yahoo and their assets for approximately $4.4 billion. Finally, Jim Lanzone, who is taking over after Marissa Meyer, was hired due to his experience being the former CEO of businesses such as Tinder, CBS Interactive, and Ask Jeeves alongside a 20-year career in general tech entrepreneurship. Lanzone has set out to shape Yahoo into a modern vintage tech company that utilizes the company's strongest assets in a similar manner to how modern-day tech companies set themselves up. An example would be Meta. Meta is a larger company that has different products such as Instagram that focuses on specific demographics.
Okay, here is the last core problem. Yahoo rejected Microsoft buyout offer. 4 problems have been identified. The first problem is that Yahoo turned down Microsoft offer for $44.6 billion. Second problem, Yahoo believed Microsoft offer is not in Yahoo's best interest. Third problem, Yahoo believed the company is well positioned. The last problem is that Yahoo will improve in online advertising and building an alliance with newspapers.
Part C, Core Problem Recommendations. Here are some recommendations for Yahoo's core problem of strong industry competition. The first recommendation is to invest more in research and development. Yahoo should budget for more R&D spending to innovate and advance technology, improve search algorithm to compete with Google, and research users to better understand their preferences and changing trends. The second recommendation is to focus on what's working. Yahoo should grow traffic in the 2 most popular business units, Yahoo Sports and Yahoo Finance. And if users and competitors shifted to the mobile world, Yahoo should shift there too.
Core problem recommendation for unsuccessful acquisition. For an acquisition to be successful, Yahoo should have formulated a strategic plan to improve the employees' alignment toward growth. Members of Yahoo could have invested their time in producing a better performance by employing the right skills for that specific acquisition. Another strategy that could have benefited Yahoo is reducing the rate of venturing into other investments. The company needs to weigh the risk of investing in a particular venture and work on encouraging innovation, especially in matters concerning the operation and advertising services to help generate more revenue. Core problem.
Core problem recommendation: lack of stable leadership. Allowing Jim Lanzone, the current CEO, to carry out his long-term vision. To remedy a lack of coherent vision, the company needs to allow the new CEO to fully follow through with his vision of making Yahoo's business model akin to what Meta and Google do. An example of this would be how Meta makes Instagram a distinct platform from their metaverse platform, and their Facebook platform is distinguished from their other platforms that they own. Lanzone's strategic plan entails making Yahoo services more independent from one another to create an independent business model which caters to a broad demographic while simultaneously focusing on specific consumer needs. What it means by that is he's shifting the business and Yahoo to be more of a product-oriented company where the services would be a product offered to a specific demographic and to the demographic that they are already known within. An example of this is making Yahoo's finance more independent from the overall website to give more in-depth financial details to people who are interested in that aspect of the market and to those customers who need to stay up to date with current stock holdings and current things of that nature. If Yahoo were to make their services into more singular, diversified products, each of their well-known services will become stronger on their own and allow basically it to come together and bring more people into the general Yahoo environment.
Okay, two major areas are identified to recommend the Yahoo rejected Microsoft buyout offer. The first one is core competency. The second one is flexible platform. On the core competency, Yahoo has to constantly review the core competency, and Yahoo has to invest technology on existing net app filer. The second area is the flexible platform. Yahoo has to resolve inefficiency across many systems, and Yahoo has to develop a flexible platform to be shared across various user cases. Okay, here is the fun part, analysis. We all know that how important is the financial analysis, but the question is why? An organization's financial performance objective may all be evaluated within a strategic financial analysis, which provide a review frameworks for doing so. This section is where the company makes sense of the links between our figures and the step we are doing. The goal is to spot any red flags or promising trends in the numbers and then use that information to plot a course of action for future expansion. And in-depth examinations of the company model, comparisons to the competition, and alternative forecasting scenarios may all be part of this investigation. You will see it under Appendix A. Okay, here is the Yahoo annual financial performance from year 2012 to year 2016. I will explain in details on each major ratios. Here is the return on sales analysis. The vertical line represents the percentage. The horizontal line represents the year from 2012 to 2016. Blue line represents gross profit margin. Orange line represents operating profit margin. The gray line represents net profit margin. Okay, for the blue line, the gross Profit margin reveals the proportions of a company's income available to pay for operational and other expenses. The ratios of Yahoo gross profit margin to revenue fell between 2014 and 2015, as well as between 2015 and 2016. A measure of a company's profitability considers operating income as a percentage of total sales. Orange. Yahoo operating profit margin decreased from 2014 to 2015 but rebounded from 2015 to 2016, but it did not approach the level it had reached in 2014. The grade. A measure of a company's profitability is divided by dividing its net income by its sales. From 2014 to 2015, Yahoo had a decline in its net profit margin ratio to revenue. But from 2015 to 2016, the company saw a slight improvement. Here is the return on investment analysis. The vertical line represents positive and negative percentage investment. Horizontal line represents the year from 2012 to 2016. Blue line represents return on equity, ROE. Orange line represents return on assets, ROA. Blue line. Our probability ratio is computed by dividing net income by shareholder equity. Yahoo's ROE fell from 2014 to 2015, but marginally recovered from 2015 to 2016. Orange. Probability is determined as net income divided by total assets. Yahoo's ROA fell from 2014 to 2015, but slightly increased from 2015 to 2016.
Applying SWOT analysis, looking at Yahoo's strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats.
Strength of Yahoo in brand recognition, investment community, and cooperations. Amongst Yahoo's many assets, a high level of brand recognition, a substantial current customer base, the ability to recruit the most skilled personnel, and distribution of goods that is already strong and continuing to increase. Yahoo has many significant advantages over its competitors in its business. Solid support from the investment community, investor, and stakeholders provides Yahoo with considerable financial assistance. Cooperations with a strategic focus over the course of its history. Yahoo has cooperated strategically with several companies including Apple, Bing, and Microsoft.
Yahoo's weaknesses. Competitors. Tough competition from Yahoo's competitors is affecting advertising revenues. Yahoo has also been losing ground to their competitors despite first mover advantage. Unsafe accounts. Yahoo's lost the trust of their users when they were unable to protect their accounts. As a result, the personal information of 500 million user accounts was hacked worldwide. Unable to innovate, people are demanding new technology and services, and Google is meeting those wants with ongoing innovation, but Yahoo is falling behind.
Opportunities. The opportunity to create stronger business units. Because Yahoo is known for their services such as an established search engine, an email service that has well over a couple hundred million users, and a reputable stock and financial reporting site, the company has a chance to create a stronger presence with these independent services. If they were to strategically position each of these services into products or standalone products, more niche audiences would come to create a broader demographic they can serve to. The second opportunity that they have is following through with Lanzone's vision. Lanzone's goal was ultimately to split Yahoo's core business units into distinct products that serve specific needs rather than just be an internet company offering services from one source. So his main idea was, instead of limiting the company to just being Yahoo.com, they can diversify and become a company with a large portfolio. An example of that would be Yahoo Sports, would be way distinguished from Yahoo Finance, and so on and so forth. Finally, they have an opportunity for collaboration. Yahoo had previously purchased a stake in Alibaba, which is a very well-known and ultimately a large competitor to Amazon for online shopping for the eastern side of the world. Since Verizon has purchased Yahoo, they now own that 15% stake in Alibaba, and ultimately we benefit from collaborating with them to gain a larger audience and ultimately a larger competitor to Amazon and ultimately take away a portion of their market share.
Yahoo's biggest threats include Google, global competition, and social media. First, Google's superior PageRank algorithm technology is the best for online searches, and they have the biggest percent of market share in the industry. Second, because China and India developed their own search engines, this makes it very hard for Google to be competitive and profitable in those markets. Competition continues to increase in every market as new innovative technology is established. Third, the advertising market has been taken over by social media platforms. Social media sites now act as websites where people can type anything into the platform's search engine to find related posts or products. Recommendations for Yahoo's potential success. Here is a summary recollecting what Yahoo can do better going forward. To successfully compete in the industry, Yahoo must formulate a strategic plan towards growth, focus resources on multiple investment opportunities, not just one, invest more in net app filler technology, develop a flexible platform to be shared across various use cases, increased investment in R&D, research is key, grow traffic in Yahoo's core business units, stay with current CEO Jim Lanzone and his strategic plan, and position the company's assets as an array of brands serving multiple niche audiences.
References for our presentation. Thank you for viewing our presentation, and we appreciate your time.